I love cats and dogs.
Oh, you're ambisexual.
Ambisexual. I don't have sexual feelings towards dogs and cats. Barbara said that I'm the only person that she knows of so far who has commissioned a sculpture of her head. Kylie Minogue will be coming in.
She won't. I haven't asked her.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry, Kylie. Maybe one day you play your cards right. You too will Minogue your way into the world of Chrissy, Eiley and the cats.
Yes. Meow.
Meow.
I'm Chrissy Eiley, and this is Cats and Other Celebrities. And today my guest is the magnificent Richard E. Grant.
But the wonderful Chrissy Eiley.
No, the less wonderful, the wonderful Richard E.
Chrissy
Grant.
Eiley.
Richard E. comes from Swaziland and did an autobiographical film, Wah Wah, which I loved.
Thank you.
But I've loved lots of things. You're most famous, I think, for Withnail I.
This is true. 40 years ago.
I know. So...
I'm very old now. How old are you?
A bit younger than you, but only a bit.
I'm 69, so I was born in black and white in 1957. When were you born?
I'm not going to say on this.
Okay, were you born in colour or black and white?
I was born analogue, not digital.
Okay. She was born in Kodak in the late 50s or early 60s, or perhaps the 70s. Who knows? Doesn't matter. We're here and alive.
We're alive.
We're alive.
And there's got to be some comfort in that.
Oh, huge, yeah. Better than the alternative.
Yes.
Because nobody's come back.
Yes. So, Withnail I by Bruce Robinson.
Indeed.
Didn't he get you drunk on champagne so you could get into character?
He did. Even though I told him I was allergic to alcohol, he said, you have to have first-hand experience of being drunk. So on the penultimate day of rehearsals, he gave me a bottle of champagne and I stayed up all night and managed to finally get most of it down, throwing up in between. So by the time I got picked up for rehearsals on the final day, I was very drunk and managed to get through half an hour of the script and then
threw up
violently and passed out.
So that's fairly normal, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Dedication.
Yes.
Method acting.
Method. He's method actor. Cats and other celebrities.
Yes.
Now, I have to admit to the world, hello world, that many, many years ago we were doing something, an interview, I think, and you came to my place in Soho.
I did.
And my cat, Shiksa, loved you.
I remember
and
Shiksa.
she hated everybody. She was surly, grand, and demented. Later on in her life, she had a dinner where she met all of a whole production team and killed every one of them, including Pietro Scalamar, who said she wouldn't touch these Oscar-winning hands, and my friend Teresa Kelly, who worked for Richard, whose production company it was, same name but not the same person at all. She said no, and she just carried on videoing. And that same cat that was so adorable, curling and whirring to you, was absolutely vile and horrible to all of the production team for Scott Free Productions, who were dining at my house. I wasn't cooking for them. My late great friend Kevin was cooking, and because they'd been poisoned if I had cooked. I don't think I think we went to dinner, went to lunch.
Yeah,
yes.
we had lunch.
Yes.
I remember Shiksa very well. And you told me that I thought that it was a kind of, when you said that Shiksa doesn't like anybody, I thought this was a way of sort of fooling me into feeling that I could feel comfortable to say anything, which I probably did.
I can't remember.
Cheers,
So,
Shiksa.
Shiksa now departed.
Oh,
Shiksa was great, even though she would kill everybody except you. And I knew...
she only loved us.
I knew the way she loved you, the way she purred and whirred around you, that you had something special. And Olivia then is not Olivia now, but I don't think she had cats to
No,
keep.
no. My daughter Olivia our daughter didn't have a cat at that point, but she now does. And he's called Neo.
But Neo lives with you.
He does, because...
So does your daughter.
Yeah, 3 years ago, our daughter and son-in-law asked if they could come and live with their cat in our house after my wife died, a year after she died. And I thought that I wasn't sure whether her being in her 30s and potentially getting married and having a child, it would work out. But so far it has done. So I live in a commune.
So you live with the cat that you love and
yes.
the grandchild,
Yes,
which
now I have
you
a
love.
grandchild, 2 weeks old grandchild, yeah.
So you like the grandchild?
Yeah, I love the grandchild.
Yeah.
And the cat Neo has now, because so much attention has gone on to the grandchild, I think he is very, very happy to have me to purr up to. And he sleeps on my bed and,
Well.
waits for me at the gate.
Oh.
He's a ragdoll, so they're very, very, as you know, they're very talkative and very, very
loyal.
affectionate, yes. And you can whistle for him when he comes,
Wow.
which is astonishing. I didn't know cats could do that. He loves going in the car, so,
He just goes, jumps in.
Yeah. I am his slave, willingly.
I think that's gorgeous. So this time ago, when we did the interview with the cat, who was gorgeous to you, and she's
Shiksa.
so black and white Shiksa. She was so surly and demanding. Because you passed the Shiksa test, which I didn't even know was a test, I instantly felt I had to give back. So I gave you, at that point, my Barbra Streisand little tape, because I taped everything.
You did. I've still got it. It's a miniature little thing.
A
One of my
miniature
prized
thing.
possessions.
Sweet.
Yeah. Never forgotten that, Chrissy.
I didn't know at the time. It was my first of many interviews with the great Barbra. I didn't know that you were as obsessed as I was until much later on. Do you have a statue in your garden or something?
I do. 2 foot tall statue. And I had you'll appreciate this, I had a 2-hour one-to-one conversation.
Beautiful.
This close to her. At Donna Karen's house in the Hamptons 6 years ago. And at the end of it, I said to her, I have something to admit. And she said, what's that? And I said, I've commissioned a 2 foot tall sculpture of your head favouring your left profile for my garden. And she said, you're crazy. And I said, yes, I know that. And you know that. She said, no, you are crazy. So she hasn't seen it in person, but she's seen photographs of it.
And she likes it.
She hasn't said she dislikes it.
That means she likes it.
Yes. And it's got, I did a film that Emerald Fennell wrote and directed called Saltburn a few years ago. And there was a big party scene for Barry Keoghan's character on this estate where my character lived. And there was a proscenium arch that was in the party scene. And at the end of it, I said, would it be possible to buy that? And they said it was going to be trash because they can't store it. It costs too much. And I said, well, could I have it then? So they did. Give it to me. So it is now...
So she has
the
her
Streisand
own
sculpture
arch.
is arched, yeah. I've got a photograph which I'll send to you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I would love
and it's got
that.
lights and everything. So it's...
God, beautiful.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And she wrote to me and she said, Barbara said that I'm the only person that she knows of so far who has commissioned a sculpture of her head. So that is the level of my devotion, which is probably on a par with yours.
Oh, I'm very devoted to Barbara. But Barbara is a doggy person.
She's a doggy person. This is true.
You're a catty person.
Yeah.
So...
I love cats and dogs.
Oh, you're a... Oh, what did my friend call you then? Ambisexual.
Ambisexual. I don't have sexual feelings towards dogs and cats.
That's what he called
Oh,
them.
is it?
Yes, by animal.
Yes. By canine catting.
By canine feline.
By canine feline. Canine felinius. That's me. How can you not? Do you dislike dogs?
No, I love dogs.
Yeah, I love dogs.
But I relate more to the cats.
Yeah. They're the
because
supreme beings.
Cats and other celebrities. Some people know cats, some people are just celebrities. Very few are both, a cat and a celebrity. And I would say you are both, a cat and a celebrity, a big cat. You meow. Meow is my favourite word, meow.
Meow.
So tell me a bit about Neo then.
He is a ragdoll.
Has he really been pushed out since your
grandchild has been born?
Grandchild has been...
No, he's just, I think because...
And what is the name of your grandchild? Because I keep calling her your grandchild.
My daughter is very keen that no pictures of him are ever revealed, and she doesn't want his name revealed. So she may change her mind, but he was born 2 weeks ago. So in honour of that, I can't tell you his name right now, otherwise I'll be in big trouble. But Neo has got, the cat has got blue eyes, is a ragdoll, and...
Blue eyes, that's very unusual to have blue eyes.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
So he's got blue eyes and he's very, very affectionate. But does that thing that all cats do, you know, he'll give you affection one day and then there'll be other moments when he'll look at you like, who are you? Buzz off. But I know that what was interesting about him is that for the first 2 years that I knew him, I never heard him purr. And now he purrs all the time. As soon as he sees me, he starts purring.
Oh, he loves you then.
Yeah. Yeah, I see all the things that he does. And because of, I'm on Instagram and...
He purrs at Instagram.
He's, I get a lot of cat, what is it called when the algorithm of your thing reveals?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen from cat behaviour that all the things he does indicate how affectionate he is. Because he sleeps right next to me here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I love him.
Oh, and what colour is he?
He is black, grey and white, all mixed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Black, grey and white.
Yeah. Very fluffy. And very long body too.
Shiksa was just fat.
Shiksa was. Quite well upholstered.
She was.
That's a better way of saying it than saying somebody's the FAT word.
I have seen the latest Savage House and I loved it.
Thank you.
How was it with Claire Foy? How was it working with her? Was she a bit queenly?
Claire she's she's the only actor I've ever met that doesn't want to work.
She doesn't want to work.
So I said to her, but has this always been the case that surely at the beginning of your career, you must have, done anything. You would have had a parting casualty as a dead body or something just to, to get a break. And she said, no, she now doesn't like to work, but she gets tired. And she's only in her early 40s, but she's a mum and whatever. But my insatiable appetite for work has not diminished at all. If anything, it's increased with age. But she is somebody that doesn't like to work. So our daughter's a casting director, and she said to me when Claire was mooted to be the person that I would be co-starring with in this film, Olivia said, I think that Claire's probably going to pull out before you actually start. And
So Claire did it.
so Claire did it. And I brought this all up to her, and she said, well, yes, it's true and it's not true, but she is. So I felt very honoured that she had decided to do this. And I think we made for a great partnership.
I think you did. I think it was an exquisite film.
And you will understand this, that in meeting people, you have no idea if you're going to have a connection or chemistry with them. As like the first time I met you, I knew that, we'd know each other for our life.
Yeah.
And when you have that feeling with somebody, you're so, especially in a film, you're so grateful for it because you think, well, it's going to go do re mi rather than being, oh my God, I've got to go to work again with this person who's a nightmare.
She didn't seem a nightmare. She seemed very, what's the word? She seemed very easy with you.
Yes, very. Yeah, we got on instantly the moment we met. And we rehearsed in a pub
great.
in North London for a couple of days. And yeah, she's got such a great sense of humour, and she found me funny. So, of course, that is very beguiling. If somebody finds you funny, then you think, oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
you're quid's in.
Yeah. So she was a great lady to your great, well...
Upstart, Welsh upstart who marries into the aristocracy and then
posh.
Dwindles all their money and fortune away.
Is that a bit like you? Because it seemed...
Yes.
It seemed very...
Yes, I'm a complete upstart.
Yes.
From, the middle of nowhere. He's come to make his fortune in England, and I have done.
But it seemed very autobiographical, even though it wasn't. I don't think the Leeches bit was, but,
Well, I don't lead a life of drunken debauchery and whoring,
No.
which this character does. So I don't know how autobiographical that is.
But that thing, against all odds, you will triumph. You will.
Yes.
I think that's you.
Yeah.
I know you don't drink.
Allergic.
because
Otherwise, I'm sure I would.
I'm sure you'd been under the table by now if you did. So how did you become famous, admittedly 40 years ago, for playing
A drunk.
a drunk?
Because my
in
father was a
Withnail?
drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So my father was a chronic alcoholic subsequent to my mother's departure when I was 10 years old for another man, his best friend. And so I had first-hand experience on a daily basis of what drunk looked like. So it wasn't that huge a leap really to do. I think if you're surrounded by some behaviour that is so distinctive, you'd have to be blind, deaf, mute, whatever, not to absorb or observe what that does to somebody.
Wow. So the wah-wah scenes in the autobiographical, when you're throwing out your father's bottles,
Yes.
that's in fact based on truth.
Oh, it's all true, yeah. Yeah. Because I emptied out a crate of his Scotch whiskey that was in the scullery, and I thought that naively, when I was 15, I thought, well, if I got rid of it, then it would somehow help his alcoholism or stop it for a bit. But
It didn't.
as I was halfway through the 11th bottle, it made him mad, and he tried to kill me
So that
with
was
a gun.
real.
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah, and he missed the first time, and then
Because he was drunk.
yeah, found me in the garden in the middle of the night, switched on the lights, and we had a pool, and it was all lit. And when he saw me, he then came up and got gun right to my temple. But because he was wavering when he pulled the trigger, it just missed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here now. And I had no
Wow.
recollection of it the next day. He didn't. He blacked
didn't.
out.
Just blacked out.
Yeah.
God. Horrendous.
Yeah. But I adored him because I think that's the nature of any addiction, is that you become so used to seeing the person when they're sober as opposed to the monster that they then transform into. And so the sober part is what has remained with me and is still my kind of lodestar guide of how to live my life.
So you admire your father despite the alcoholism?
Yeah, hugely, because I understood why he did it.
Well, he did it,
Unrequited love for my mother.
yes.
And that's a terrible thing for anybody to bear.
It is. It is. Unrequited love is terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. It was the tragedy of his life.
But what about the tragedy of yours, that you had to sit and watch her be seduced by this friend of his?
Well, I think that's,
I think that's pretty tragic.
tragic if, in the sense of a great, falling from a great height into a whatever situation is, that's not really what happened. It was my mother fell out in love with this other person, with my father, and fell in love with his best friend. And now as an old man, I understand that these things happen to adults. But as a child, I couldn't understand that.
No, but your mother was very forceful of, like, doing him in the car with you in it. That was...
Well, I think that was opportunism because I was on the back seat of the car, and when I woke up at the middle of the night, when probably 11 o'clock, coming back from a cricket match, she and this man took the opportunity to have a quickie on the front seat, assuming that I was asleep on the back seat, because I was 10 and I'd been out all day. They had no idea that I had woken up and witnessed this.
They had no idea until they saw the movie, or they had no idea?
Oh no, my mother,
No idea.
I eventually told her when I was 42 that I had been witness to this. And she had the grace to say, please forgive me and apologize for it, which was an amazing epiphany in my life.
And your mother is still with us?
No, she died 2 years ago at the age of 94.
Right. Mine too.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
In what circumstance?
She was very old, and that's why I can't get rid of the ginger cat, because she was born on the day my mother died.
Right.
And because my mother hated all cats.
Is that why you love them? Because your mother hated them?
Perhaps.
Yeah, I wonder.
Perhaps. But my mother loved dogs. I loved dogs too. My mother had poodles, and I had one of the poodles tore the gold paint off the walls. I still live in a house with flaked walls of gold.
Sounds very, very romantic.
It's not romantic at all.
But shredded gold walls.
Shredded gold walls.
Conjures up a very romantic idea to me.
My mother would have loved you. My mother loved and hated what I did. But anyway, this cat, the ginger one, was born when she died.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a U2 concert. I didn't change the tickets, and I was a bad daughter. And even Bono said to me, this is not right.
Do you feel guilt about it now?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
I do.
But life goes on.
It does go on.
And what people do in and around a death is don't be hard on yourself about it.
Says Mr. Pocketful of Happiness. Everywhere there's a pocketful. And believe me, there's more than a pocketful in this chap in front of me. We've talked about Savage House a bit, but you're going to do, or you are doing, you're about to open in Hay Fever, your first Noel Coward on stage in many, many years.
Yes. I'm doing it with American actor called Christine Baranski,
Yes.
who was in Mamma Mia and The Gilded Age. And it opens in September at the Wyndhams and will run till just before Christmas. And we play a husband and wife in this comedy of manners in a play that's 101 years old that Noel Cowell wrote in 3 days in 1924. It's 102 years old. So, and the family of characters all behave absolutely appallingly to their guests and to one another. So it's a delicious thing to do.
True to life.
True to life.
Yeah. But your family all behave very nicely to one another, I think.
Do they? I don't know. Yeah, relatively.
I
Relative
thought-
to this play, yes.
Well, I thought Olivia was very, very lovely.
Oh, good. Yeah, she is. She's absolutely apple of my eye, to use the old cliche. I'm extraordinarily lucky to have such a close relationship because from my understanding, most families, you can bear to be with your children or children with their parents for a limited amount of time, like 3 or 4 days over Christmas or whatever. But to live with your child, a grown-up child, and see them every single day, I realise how lucky I am for that, and that it is unusual. Could you have lived with your mother?
No,
There you go.
not at
Could
all.
you have lived with your mother? Or can you live with your mother?
No, we no.
And you?
I currently am, not by choice.
Ah, not by choice.
No.
There you go.
No, well, it is hard. I think it is. But you didn't have to live with your mother ever.
No,
You just had to live with,
with my father.
yes.
Yeah, and then he remarried. So, and I got on, luckily, with my stepmother.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's for Wawa too.
it's Wawa too. Yeah, I think that, in retrospect, I think my mum was much happier with giving her love to dogs than she really was to me. Because I suppose I talk back, whereas a dog gives you, as you know, unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, they don't question you, whatever you do.
Even a cat questions you.
It does.
One thing I was right about the Oscar
Yes.
that you were nominated for. People just go, oh, Oscar nominated Richard E. They don't even care that you won it or didn't win it. They just care. Oscar nominated, they don't care what it was. They don't care about Melissa McCarthy, nothing. They don't care about anything. They just want to put that prefix into you.
Mm-hmm. And the wonderful thing about it is that once you've had it, they use it in every bit of publicity or trailer that you ever do forevermore. And Tom Hanks said to me, I think he's got 2 or 3 Oscars, said it doesn't matter whether you win or not because you will always be Academy Award nominee or whatever. So for whatever that means.
Yes.
I suppose the thing that I was so surprised about is that when you are nominated, you do feel seen in a way that doesn't compare to anything else that has gone before, because you know that your peers have voted you for that. Out of thousands of members and all the films that come up every year, it comes down to 5 people that are the chosen ones. So you do
And
feel like a winner.
Other people have chosen, other peers have chosen those people.
Other actors have chosen you. So it's a feeling that, when I went on that awards circuit 6 years ago, I was so taken aback when I met people, specifically Jane Fonda and Shirley MacLaine and people of that vintage, Lily Tomlin, who, they know of your existence. And that is not what I anticipated. So it was a big thrill.
So they knew of your existence and that you were great, or they just knew of your existence because of the awards?
Well, whatever it is, when I introduced myself to these people, they all unequivocally, unanimously said, of course we know you. In a way that
Wow.
didn't feel just like paying lip service to somebody. It's what I said before. It's that you are seen by people,
Marvellous.
which is a whole different thing to if you're recognised by civilians for your work.
It's
hugely
different.
hugely satisfying. But
It's
when your
different.
peers recognise
Yes.
you, you think, oh right, okay, that's a whole different feeling.
And I know it's a long, long time ago, but do you think it's peers or civilians that recognise you for Withnail?
I don't know. Unless somebody specifically says, could you quote a line from that film, or that's the first time I saw you, or whatever. But generally, if people approach me in the street, they don't usually say what it's for.
It's just you being terribly famous.
Not terribly, but just a bit. It's a bit, not terribly.
No, you are terribly.
No. It's very. The nature of fame is so odd because having walked down to your studio here down Oxford Street, I felt completely anonymous. But then you walk into a studio, and if people, you're aware that people have seen you before or not. So I've been around, as you have, very, very famous people where they literally can't go anywhere because every single person knows them. And I've never had that. And I see that is a...
But I think you can act it. You can act uber famous or not. And I think you act not. And you can act famous.
Well, I don't know. But, I've known Madonna for 35 years, and she cannot go anywhere on the planet without people recognizing her. So it means that you...
But you were in
a very
Madonna's...
subscribed life.
You were in Madonna's video of something.
I was, for 2 nanoseconds.
But do you remember that video for you being in it?
Hardly.
Yes. Because I don't know if she's so famous anymore. She was, but I don't know if she is now.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's the nature of fame. It doesn't last.
But it gives you the best lawyers.
It gives you the best lawyers.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I've never had a lawyer.
Oh, never?
No.
You must have one. Everyone has one. Even I have them.
I don't have a lawyer. I have my will lodged with a solicitor in Richmond where I live, but that's it. And I have one agent, well, group of agents, but that's it. No publicist or nutritionist or any of the other paraphernalia that people seem to have, which costs people lots of money.
They do have nutritionists, yes, but you don't need that. You just cook for people what you can eat.
Love cooking.
I
Love
know.
eating.
You made something for Meryl Streep.
I did.
And, well, you worked with her.
I did. I had a small part playing Michael Heseltine in
No, it wasn't
The Iron Lady.
That wasn't a small part. That was the part.
The part. I adore her, but everybody does. You will not find any actor that has not had a good time, in my experience, of working with the great Meryl Streep.
So what did you cook for her?
I think it's crab linguine and bread and butter pudding or whatever. I
It
can't
was
remember.
bread and butter pudding,
Yeah.
yes. And I think it was crab linguine, yes. So, as if I was there. I wasn't there, but I drooled over the menu, the recipes. So you're going to be cooking more of that ilk of stuff
I
for
hope
her.
so.
Very nice. And as Michael Heseltine, you had the beautiful hair
Mm-hmm.
in the oversweep.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, they insisted. I begged the director, Phillida, if I could have a wig because his hair was more voluminous than mine has ever been, even in the peak of youth. And they said, no, you have to dye your hair. But they gave all the other men playing politicians' wigs, but they made me go through this torture of having my hair dyed blonde. And it never looked right to me.
But
And
look,
apparently
very
he
Michael
complained about it.
Heseltine.
He said that the hair wasn't right.
Oh. Michael Heseltine himself.
Well, this was reported in the press, whether it's true or not, who knows?
But they made you keep your own hair
Yeah, and then dye it.
and dye it blonde.
Dye it blonde.
Oh.
Brutal.
Yes, brutal.
Have you dyed your hair?
I've no idea what its natural colour is.
Oh, do you not?
No.
Does it match the
Collar and cuffs. What's it called? Curtains and...
curtains and bed cover?
No.
It doesn't.
No. The bed
Oh, no, it
cover,
doesn't, viewers. Listeners.
The bed cover is mousy coloured.
Mousy coloured.
Yes.
The mouse coloured minge.
Mouse coloured minge, yes. Minge, mouse coloured, yes. Horrible. Let's not go there. No.
Okay.
Yes. Meow. Thanks so much for coming on board with Cats and Other Celebrities and the magnificent Richard E. Grant. Next week we'll have someone equally alluring.
Kylie Minogue will be coming in.
She won't. I haven't asked her.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry, Kylie. Maybe one day, if you play your cards right, you too will Minogue your way into the world of Chrissy and the cats.
I don't think she's famous for having a cat.
No.
And even though you're not, our relationship was based on Shiksa.
Shiksa, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Shiksa. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Thank you, Shiksa, even though you're horrible. Oh, and thank you, genius Richard E. Grant, for coming on Cats and Other Celebrities.
Thank you for having me.
It's been so delightful to have you.
Likewise. Cheers. Meow.
Meow.